cold Ohio. And in my little workshop here, we have ourselves a 2001 Kawasaki Nomad. My bad, it's a Vulcan Nomad. That, well, it's been a long time sitting. It was in storage down in Louisiana, in New Orleans, actually, to be precise, and sat for well over a year. And, well, as you can imagine, with the salt air and everything, things got kind of sticky. And the gas cap in particular was a bear to get loosened up. So we tried everything. We tried various kind of lubes, and finally we had luck with PB'laster. Now, everyone knows how good PB'laster is, and the problem we were having with most lubes is that it was so cold here that it just gelled up and wouldn't do us very good at all. So we finally got the PB'laster, and maybe because it's made here in Cleveland, we had a whole lot more luck and was able to get it to work. That and the lights and the hairdryer that we used to warm stuff up, that probably helped a bit too. So anyway, there's our gas cap. There's our key. We'd put it in and we'd get that far before it got stuck and it wouldn't move. We tried everything, tapping it, pounding it, everything else, all to no avail. So I went out and I got a couple of keys made because, let's face it, trying to open a stuck gas cap with a bad key, or with an old key, just invites disaster. So it got a little twisted. So we got a couple of new ones here, and we got it to that point. That's all well and good, but we still couldn't break it free. So we're getting desperate, and I just had to do something to try to get this thing to break free. So, I mean, I spent probably an hour and a half, 2 hours working on this, trying to get it to break free. So in the end, what it took was this little guy right here. A little flathead screwdriver. And put it in here. Got it jammed in there nice and tight. Just far enough to where it would get a hold of the lock cylinder and not just the cover over the lock cylinder. And we were able to slowly pry it, grinding all the way around until it unlocked right here. Pops up the cap, pulled out the screwdriver, set it back aside. We took out the key, and as you can see, there's a little bit of bending right where the key goes in, and the flap no longer works. Small price to pay to get a gas cap open. Once we opened it up, if you look here, whoops, there we go, sorry about that. Now you can see it's all nice and clean there now, but all this was all corroded and covered with gunk, and it was all over here. So we got it cleaned up, and that little hole in the center, right there, we filled it with PB'laster 5 or 6 times, worked the key back and forth, kept working it, and we finally got it to the point where it works nice and free. Put the cap down, put the original key back in, twist it down, and you can see how smoothly it works now. Pops right up, boom, got a closed gas cap. Now the key here is once you get it free and opened up, to lube the heck out of it right in that little tiny hole. Because you'll notice, once you lube it, because lube it with the key all the way out, and lube it with the key all the way turned, because when you lube it with the key all the way turned, what it does is it pulls in these tabs. There's one of these on either side here that pull in to unlock the cap. So, let me get the key back in there. Any key will work if I can just get it. Hold on, I just dropped them. Sorry about this. This is my first video, by the way. So, get the key in there all the way. You see how those go in when you turn the key? So you fill it with the PB'laster in that little tiny hole. Work the key a whole bunch of times. Work the key, work the key, work the key. Lube it up some more. Work the key, work the key, work the key. One thing that helped, we didn't want to contaminate the gas that's in there because it's now a full tank. What we didn't want to do is get the PB'laster in the oil itself. So those two Phillips screws right there, one on either side, those are real easy to pop right off, and we was able to do it away from the gas tank, thereby keeping our gas nice and pure. We love that. So, there you go. Now, the little red straw from the PB'laster will not fit in the hole, but it goes up against it real well. So when you give it a little squirt, it comes out both of the little sides, and it works out real clean. If you have a fine metal brush, like a brass brush, go ahead and use it to clean the outsides. All around here, all on the top, all around. You can see it's a little bit still there, but that'll clean up real easy. The main focus is the inner workings that are working just beautifully now. So I think that does it for now, and we'll be talking to you later. Bye-bye.